Hey everybody, Madeline here to talk about today's astrology. And I was having my morning tea. Happy morning. And I'm staring at the astrology for today. And I mean, not for today, but for the upcoming shift of Uranus into Gemini, because I'm telling you, the world is literally about to change. Every single outer planet is under 5 degrees. It's like all the outer planets have shifted, completely shifted energies all happening within the next month. I will explain. So, what I mean is, Pluto's already, what I mean is that all the outer planets will be in the early degree points altogether. So, that's going to signify a global shift, like big. See, Pluto's at 0 degrees. Well, okay, so here we are at June 27th. So we're getting very close to the Uranian shift into, so there's Uranus at 29 degrees, about to shift into Gemini. So that's the last planet here on this um, movement, let's call it, or this doing the shift. And Uranus is the planet of the age of Aquarius, so it's interesting. So we've got Pluto at 3 degrees. We've got Saturn, Neptune's low degrees right there. See? Everything's under 5 degrees. So we've got all the outer planets from Jupiter to Pluto in the in the early degrees. And when in astrology, the early degrees are the beginning of that chapter or that cycle. So so we're literally beginning the new era, I would say. So here we are. So if I go to, I mean, we already are. We're in the shifts and the changes right now because we've got Pluto there at the early degrees. We've got Saturn, Neptune at the early degrees. Jupiter, literally like tomorrow, is going to move into, or a couple days, is going to move right into Cancer. So there's Jupiter at the 0 degree point of Cancer in its exaltation, by the way. So it's a very awesome degree. Even Venus is at an early degree. Uranus is going to shift. That's the one that's going to, well, we just talked about that. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 planets all at the early degree points with Uranus about to join in on that. And Mercury. Why don't we throw Mercury in on that mix? So we're going to feel this. There's no way we're not going to feel this. It is going to feel like a shift, like a bump shift. There's no way we're not going to see some radical changes occurring in the world and in our lives right now. It's going to be fun to watch. I don't think it's negative. I'm sure there's going to be some crises and negativities involved with that when Uranus is at that 29th degree point. I'm sure there's going to be some kind of, well, there could be an earthquake, of course, or there is volcanoes erupting, but there could be some sort of social big thing happening. I'll go deeper in on that at some point, but when we get to that degree point, but we're going to see some big changes here. I'm, I don't know that we can really understand what they're going to be, and I don't know that we can really predict exactly what these big changes are going to be, but we're not going to see the world the same anymore after this month. That's what I predict. All right. Have a wonderful day. And don't be afraid. There's nothing to be afraid of because we really are shifting out of the darkness and more into the light. So anything bad that happens, we're just leaving that darkness behind. And it does show up in these shifts and it does show up more as the transits occur. Because a lot of times when a planet makes a transit into the cusp area of that sign, it's the most potent, it's the most active, it's the most sort of volcanic in a way. It creates a lot of, like, the big thing happens usually when those shifts occur. So watch out for earthquakes and natural disasters and stay safe. And Mars at that point, let me just see something. Mars is squaring Uranus, so we ought to really be careful. Because Mars is a volatile energy. It's in the sign of Leo, so there could be some sort of social uproar, some violent outbursts and things. But hopefully not. I'm hoping not. I'm hoping it's peaceful. Aquarius is peaceful. So, but it could be that we take there is some sort of shift in power or some kind of a big shift occurs in the global structure of politics and, what do we call it? The global system or whatever, that the political system is. The matrix. The matrix. We're going to see a big shift in the matrix for sure. All right. Thanks for watching. Have a wonderful day. Namaste.